I know you guys enjoy my juicy shirts. That Integrity au jus right there, baby. Dip yourself in some of that. You'll be splitting wood like a champ. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Integrity Wood. Well, I wasn't even going to do a video today. I just came out. I had some time in the evening, and I felt like trying to get something done. Those are the rounds that are left over from grilling with Bob coming out here and helping me. This stuff here, right here, this is all the maple I gotten off of Facebook Marketplace. I took a bunch of undersized stuff thinking I'd have a use for it, and like undersized in length, big stuff. And then some of it also has gotten punky. Just, it was already on its last leg, and I put it in the area that puddles up, and we had a lot of rain this year, so that wood I'm not doing anything with. That's going to need to go back to the dump. That and that. Probably wait for the weather to break. There's a lot of poison ivy around here. I've got it more than a few times, and I know what I'm looking for, but it quite literally is everywhere. I did mow it though, and it seems like the third time around. So I mowed down the weeds that I tamped down from last year, the brown ones. They're like 5-6 feet tall. They came up this year, mowed them again. I think I mowed them a third time, and on the fourth time I had to mow up here, after the third time I mowed and I came up to mow the fourth time, it was starting to be all grass. That stuff just didn't come back for whatever reason. So we wore it out. Now we got grass coming up, which made it grow faster, which meant I had to be out here more often. But then the poison ivy came up with the grass, and I mean, like, as a field of poison ivy, it's crazy. So this last time when I mowed it, a lot of the poison ivy hasn't come back. So hopefully that's just the way it stays. I'm not terribly allergic to it. I definitely get it, and it sucks. And I don't like having it all over my shins. And it's too hot to wear pants. So anyways, so I'm just taking care of some maintenance today. That's kind of what I got going on. But right here, let's see here, right there, that's a leftover stump from when I had taken the fence down, and it's got fencing growing through it. I think we're just going to take the maul to it today. And then we got this guy right back here, and it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to attempt it with the maul. It also has fencing growing right through it, and I'm just going to see if I can get it at least knocked down some. I had a T-post that was in that old fence line that had broken off. I'd forgotten about it. I tripped on it the other day, and it was jagged metal sticking straight up from the ground about 3 inches. So I got that out of there. That's finally gone. I did that before I started my video. So yeah, and this one, we're just gonna be swinging the maul if I'm feeling squirrely. And man, we're in another heat dome, so it's hot. The sun is down, or is behind clouds, and it's getting later. So, but it's humid and it's hot. So, but if I'm still feeling squirrely, I'm gonna bust up some of them big rounds of that maul for the next splitting session, just so I'm not having to lift up all that big stuff. So yeah, just kind of a down and dirty video. I wasn't really planning for it, but you're coming along. So here we go. All right, let's see what we're working with here. So it's right here, the fencing is. Well, we're just gonna do it. We are just gonna do it. See what happens. I think that's it. Fence is up in the ground. There it is. All right, I'm feeling good about that. Poison ivy. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. It's right there. We'll just get this mowed down on the next mow session. But it appears as though I got everything. All right. I just run the mower over this and it'll be gone. It will be gone. Ooh, there's a little something right there. Oh, you can see that or not. Oh, I just rubbed my leg all up in that poison ivy, dude. Really? Oh, there's a little stuff in there. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that rinsed off. All right. I plan on pulling the car in. Through here, or the Tahoe, and you know, when it's not too wet, I do have 4-wheel drive, but I can't have everything popping the tires, and even these dead old, you know, 1.5 inch branches, if it's pinned up just right, it can still pop your tires. So all right, the next one's gonna be the big dog. Let's get after it. Let's do it. It ain't getting any cooler. It should, but it isn't. So let's see how we want to do this. This will probably be the most impressive side. Get all my manly gloriness in. Manly gloriness? I don't even know what that means. My glorious manness, maybe, is what I was trying to say. Glorious. It's glorious. What I need is to invest in a proper stand for my camera. All right, we're gonna do this thing. Let's give her a haircut first. See what we're dealing with here. More poison ivy, imagine that. Man, stuff everywhere. I have to eradicate the poison ivy. Oh. More poison ivy. All right, awesome. After I do it. Look at the mess on that one. Well, that's some work. Make a man have to pull up his pants. Woo! All right. Woo! Yeah. Maybe that's the way to do it. Like doing it with a giant knife. Hold on. Get you a better view. Like a beaver came after it. Alright. I think if I just peel it away and let the weight of the maul do it, that's gonna work a little bit better. Now, just come in at it at a bit of an angle and boom, son. Booyah. All right. All right, now come in on that chunk. Bam. That's what's up. Yeah. That's pretty cool. See it jump. Boing. Look at that SOB. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I got rid of that. That thing was driving me nuts. That's fencing. A little bit of poison ivy and some fencing. So, there you go. Off she goes to the dump. Got my melon in full view. That's a beautiful head, if I don't say so myself. Let you get a fine look at that. Yes, it has been like 27 years in the making to get it looking like that. So anyways, yeah, I got some energy left, so I'm gonna see what I can do about splitting up some big old rounds. So yeah, if you're into that, we're gonna bust these up with the maul. Some of them, all of them, probably some of them, be honest. But I'm still feeling pretty squirrely, so we're gonna get after it. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're gonna start with a maple log. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. You don't have to. Whoa. Man, this stuff is so stringy. We'll move on down the line. We'll move on down the line. We'll move on down the line. That's what I'm talking about. That other tough one. God damn. Go. a little knotty, a little more ornery. That's what's up. Gonna bark. Yes. Over you go. Oh yeah. Woo! All right. Getting it done. That's everything. Yay. All right. Bob, that one's for you, buddy. Sorry about your hand, man. In all fairness to Bob, he quit before he knew this is what the next day was going to be. So it's not like he quit because of this. His hand hurt. That's why he quit. All right. That was the stump. Let's bring my rake out here. I got all that shrapnel out of. I was all excited when I was doing it. But that's going to need to get raked up. I mow here. So this spot here where I have all this bark and chafe and stuff, this is you probably can't see it, but that's a divot, right? And that collects water, something fierce. And so it's clay back here. So in the summer when it's dry, when it finally dried out, everything is hard paying. But when it's wet, it is slippery and it just sucks. So, and it holds water. So the idea is to just let that stuff rot down. I'll just fill that in with wood, and I'd rather be driving over, wood bits and bark and stuff than mud. So that'll all start to get compacted in when I drive the vehicle over it and stuff. And I'll go through and make sure there's anything silly in there. But yeah, for the most part, it's all flat pieces and chafe and just bark. So we should be good there. That's what I got done. Well, that stump and a few other stumps and the T-post, and then all that big stuff got split down. Man, that honey locust is or not honey locust, excuse me, hackberry. This tree, I've had trees that are fine. Like I get them in here and they split great, and it's not like that. But most of it's been pretty stringy, and some of it is just really stringy. Like, there's that rot in this one. There's no knot though. I mean, maybe a little bit right here, but like right here on this one, there's no knot. There's a little bit of rot. And that was just stringy, hard to get apart. Man, this stuff's nasty. This maple split really nice. Once you got past a certain point, that one had a little bit of a knot in it, but once you get past a certain point, it pops pretty good. And then the honey locust down there, it ain't big enough to split. I'm done. That was plenty good. I didn't even need to do all that, but I don't know. It just feels good. I know I can come out here and just get after it and get it done. And then my skid. I'm so sad you didn't get to see the glory of me nailing that in. And then a fresh skid over there getting ready to start. I'm not going to build. That's my pile of short stuff that I'm going to give to my buddy. But like that stuff, that's going to be a new row for maple and more of the, I'm assuming more of the same. What I seem to be finding is elm, mulberry. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Let's go look at that wood. Okay. So this will be the video two videos ago, but it isn't 3 weeks apart. This is only like a week later. So remember that? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're right. I think this is mulberry. But look at that. Look at that. That's in 1 week. Look at the color on that. That is awesome. I mean, that just looks amazing. Man, if you could get a big old board of that, that would be slick. That's what the bark looks like. We had some mulberry here on the property, and now I kind of remember it did the same thing. I'd kind of forgotten about it. And but I don't remember the bark. It wasn't a very big tree. It was one in the corner here that I ripped down. So, but yeah, I just thought, man, in 1 week's time, it goes from that to that. Pretty cool stuff, and it's heavy. It's dense. That's good firewood, and cool to look at. Plenty of honey locust. So that seems to be a lot of what I'm getting is the honey locust, and then I just scored a bunch of that hackberry. So, and some more maple. Keep the maple coming. It's drying for me real nice, so I'm good with the maple. That's what we got done. All right, guys, we're gonna send you off. That's another. I know you guys enjoy my juicy shirts. So Integrity au jus right there, baby. Dip yourself in some of that. You'll be splitting wood like a champ. I might be delirious from the heat. I have sweat so much. I'm gassed, but it was a good day. I feel good about it, man. I had fun, and I gotta be honest, it's not nice not having engines on. It's just kind of quiet. I just getting after it, man. Trying to pretend like I'm still young. All right, if you like what you saw, go ahead and give us that thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And remember, no matter what it is I jumped the gun. And remember, no matter what it is you do or where it is you do it, always do it, Tiger.